Are sex toys practical? Yes, they are. They are practical. Sex toys are practical. Absolutely. Because you use them all the time. No question. Yeah. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games. I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. Okay, so I only got questions from 7th Facade, chat Josh. So again, if you like to submit any questions, chat, now would be the time if you're subscribed at those various levels that I said earlier. So please go ahead and send me those questions my way. It would be very, very helpful. But here we go, chat. This is Josh's first question. Christmas is falling upon us. It's true. What are 2 gifts over the years that stand out to you as some of your favorites, and one that you gave and one that you received? Well, I've had a Christmas tradition that I've been doing for quite some time over a number of years, Chad, and that is sharing the Polish rumball recipe and Polish rumball cookies with many of my friends, Chad. Ever since I moved down to Texas, usually when I was, still living with my folks, Chad, in high school and everything, growing up either in Buffalo, New York, or in Connecticut, by my mother or my grandmother at the time, she had my babcia, my bababu babcia, Chad. That's Polish for grandmother babcia. They would make these Polish rumballs, Chad, which is basically it's an alcoholic cookie, and so goddamn delicious, shit. I love it. Jay Cuz, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Oh, and Ronnie, welcome. Hey, Chris, how are you doing today? Merry Christmas to you, Ronnie. No, happy to have you here. I'm doing very well, thank you. But since I moved down to Texas, chat, obviously Miles may making rumballs, so I took it upon myself to make them, chat, and I have tried to spread the knowledge of Polish rumballs to the ignorant, the people who do not know about them, chat. And I like to, I don't know, I've come to a point where, yeah, you can buy stuff off of people's Amazon wish lists and things, and that's fun. That's fine. There's still nothing wrong with that. It's totally fine with that, chat. But I like the idea of actually making something and preparing something. And it's here, and you can share it with everybody else in your family. So I've been doing the Polish rumballs, chat, for quite a few years, giving the people. It's here's my little gift to you and your family. So I love doing that, chat. I always do it around this time of year, also in January as well, during New Year's. It works for that. I just always associate the rumballs with this time of the year, so I always just enjoy making them and sharing them with everybody else. It's a fun little tradition. Now, in terms of gifts that I've gotten, a couple stand out in my mind, chat. When I was very young, I must have been the late 90s. It must have been 99 or maybe 2000. Because I know I was 10 or something. But one of my favorite Christmas gifts that I ever received, Chad, because it opened up a whole new world to me, was a collection of books. And it was the first 3 Harry Potter books, Chad. Now, J.K. Rowling, of course, right now is not a great person, based on what we're learning, Chad. But at the time, for a lot of people, I think for a lot of people, Harry Potter is what got a lot of people reading books in the first place. And that series was a big reason why I had such a passion for reading at the time. And my aunt had given me the first 3 books, chat, the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the Chamber of Secrets, and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And we started reading them together, chat, and we did all the voices and things and had a lot of fun. And I just, that series, because it came out 98, 99, I believe. Maybe I got them in 2000 or something. And that's a series that started to get me into reading, Chad. And I pursued all sorts of other books. A year later, my aunt, she got me another book, which is now my favorite book of all time. I've talked about it on stream before in the past, The Hobbit. Absolutely fell in love with that book, Chad, and Lord of the Rings series just overall. It was in preparation because they were making the movies at the time. And so I read that book and absolutely loved it and was, eagerly anticipating those films, chat. And so those 2 gifts that I received at the top of my mind are the ones that really stick out to me. I absolutely loved them and encouraged me to read more and more and more. And, I think, sadly, a part of our youth's chat, reading by our peers was almost discouraged. It's you're almost looked at as a nerd if you like to read. And that's a really negative thing. And I observed that. I always observed that growing up among my peers. And it was, to this day, it's just wow, they're just so fucking stupid. You know, it really is. It's just very ignorant, and like you're shamed for wanting to read books. It's crazy to me, and I always look at those two gifts that I received as like that made me want to read more. And I regret like not being able to read more recently, Chad, just based on my schedule, both when I went into college and then working, of course, and became more difficult now what I'm doing now. But I always hold on to those two memories of like that really made me want to read more, and I did, Chad. Those gifts had an impact on me as a person, and I think I became better for it. So those always stick out in my mind, Chad. Reading is power, very much so, Austin, very much so. Changing characters, genders, and races sexually out of nowhere is for the sake of being inclusive. JK likes to get praised like that. And said, "Did you ask anything from Ma? I love except old Twilight books. That was not fun." An old peer once told me, "There's no knowledge in books." Wow. See, exactly. Yeah, people, and it's absolutely true. Like growing up as a kid, like you would be shamed for liking to read. I remember, chap, because I was. It was ridiculous. It's you could do a reading stream. That would be kind of good to do. That's a good idea, Corbin, because this gets leading into another topic, chat. Because I like to do unique things. I've been doing the Sonic Fanfiction Chronicles, as you all know, the erotic Sonic Fanfiction Chronicles, and that might be fun to do. Chat. I don't know. I'll have to test it out and see how it would work. But almost do like a radio play and doing different voices and things. I mean, that could potentially be fun. That could be kind of cool. Chris Ayers, welcome to stream. A lot of ignorant folks, sadly, yes. But yeah, those are the two gifts, chat, that always really stuck out to me. And I like to make something and give something to people that they can share with others as well. Because I've come to a point in my life, and people feel differently, and that's totally fine. But I just want less things. Like I realize that because when you're a kid, chat, you want more things. You want toys. You want video games. You want whatever. And I've come to a point now where it's like, I just don't need all this. And it's not just because I don't have enough room for certain things. It doesn't really. I mean, money. Obviously, money. Listen, money. Everyone who said that, oh, money doesn't matter. It's like they never had money before then. They just don't realize the importance of it. Like I like the idea of economic security and living comfortably. That's totally fine. But the idea of just using that money to buy, excess things that I just don't need in hindsight, it's just like, nah, it's not necessary. So I just like things that I use often. Like those are the best gifts, chat. Like, like I'm the kind of guy now. It's just like if I get socks or if I get boxers or I get t-shirts or jeans or something, chat, like that's a great gift. And it's children we like, oh, we hate clothes, but now we realize like shit, that is like the best gift ever to get that kind of stuff because you use it every day. And so I love that kind of stuff, practical things that like I really appreciate those kind of gifts. Those are great. Or jacket, whatever. An article of clothing it's really good. Or like like a kitchen, not utensil, but anything like a blender or toaster, stuff like that. That's very, very practical, chat. An accessory. Like those are very helpful. But yeah, I just come to a point where I just want less things in my life, and I don't know. I just try to make something that other people that I know that they will use, that I know that will get use. That's just kind of my mindset at the last couple of years. I just realized like, yeah, man, I think maybe that's just kind of good to kind of put out there. Yeah, less is more. Yeah, less is oftentimes more. Are sex toys practical? Yes, they are. They are practical. Sex toys are practical, absolutely. Because you use them all the time. No question. Yeah. Oh, yeah, kitchenware, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't know why I couldn't think of it. Yeah, kitchenware, exactly. That stuff is great. Like, I use my blender all the time, my toaster, my can opener. I got to get a new can. I've had this one can opener for nearly goddamn 7 years. I still have it. It's still great, this electronic can opener, Chad. Like, that's a really practical thing. So that stuff always sticks out in my mind. But in terms of ones that had an impact on me, definitely the initial Harry Potter books that I was given in The Hobbit. Wonderful gifts. Move on to Josh's next question. This is a good one, chap. The classic trend of casting major mainstream stars is mostly fallen by the wayside. Agreed. Now it's all about the property and the franchise itself. But if you had to revive it by casting one marquee star of today in a Christmas movie, who would you build your film around, chat? Now, I gave this some thought, chat. And recently there was a movie that came out this year, which I was, despite the actor who's been cast in it, was Fat Man with Mel Gibson, chat. And I was excited about this movie. because I like the idea of an R-rated action Santa Claus film of him going around shooting people and stuff and defending Christmas. It's a fun concept. It's a fun concept. Chat. I like the mixing of genres of Christmas movies. Chat. That's why I like something like Gremlins or Krampus so much, because it's mixing horror movie elements with a typical Christmas film. I really like that. And I was, the trailer really sold me. It's like, oh, it's gonna be an action Santa Claus movie where this big fat guy's gonna go around and fight goddamn Walton Goggins. Chat. It's going to be great. He's going to murder that little kid at the end. I was so excited. And that's not what the movie was. It was a straight drama with a little bit of, it's like a straight drama, slight thriller aspects added to the end. You get one action scene like literally the last 15 minutes. And I was disappointed by that. And so what I would like to see, Chad, is what Fat Man originally promised, Chad, which is an action Santa Claus film where he's going around the world or someone's attacking him for whatever reason, Chad. Like a hitman actually hired a goddamn army of mercenaries to attack Santa Claus and his factory and attacks Mrs. Claus and his elves and shit like that. And I think that's a really fun idea and concept, Chad. And I came up with a scenario. First of all, I have two people who I would want to play. They could play either role. They could be both the hero and the villain. So you could switch them out and they would work perfectly with each other, chat. But my idea was to have Nicolas Cage as Santa Claus, chat. And yes, I want that face off. Nicolas Cage as Santa Claus, chat, where he's fucking, I mean, listen, he's been doing this for goddamn centuries. He's still a good person, but he's a little fucking crazy, all right? He's a little nutty. And I think if you want to capture that insanity, who better than Nicolas Cage, chat? Like, let's do the face-off version of a Santa Claus film, chat. That's what I would want. And he's just going, and incorporating imagery from Mandy, chat. So I want like the North Pole. Do you ever seen like Nicolas Cage's Mandy? Great film, chat. A little boring, I'd say, in the first 30 minutes, but after that 30 minutes, chat, boom, it fucking takes off. Goddamn chainsaw duels, fucking drinking LSD, doing mounds of fucking cocaine, chat, fighting these giant orcs on motorcycles. Like that is grade A shit right there. And that's what I want for a Santa Claus film, where the North Pole is very Mandy-esque with all these like weird kind of like, you never looked at like sci-fi or fantasy novels from the 60s and 70s and 80s shit, like those covers? Like I want the North Pole to look like that, those covers. Just like weird stuff. And you have Nicolas Cage as Santa. Whole premise is, the world's not believing in him as much as they used to, chat. People have become apathetic. Children have become more naughty, more apathetic, everything like that. And I just like the idea of there's a rebellion, possibly a figure who hates Santa. My original idea was have like, maybe there's an elf rebellion. Like, okay, you're not be able to provide for us. And you have this one person who rises up, chat. And that person who would rise up, chat, that's the eldest of all the elves. It's the elf that originally made the agreement with Santa Claus that they would make all his toys and shit, and he would provide for them. That elf leader, Peter Stormare, chat. Peter Stormare. And the whole thing is, chat, you could switch out the roles. You can have Peter Stormare as Santa Claus, or you can have Nicolas Cage as the elf. Like, that's fine. Like, they could both do both roles, shit. I'd be fine with it. We want to do it. But I just want these two crazy motherfuckers to just go at each other, chat, using all sorts of weaponry and magic and shit. And I just want like a Santa Claus elf Civil War movie. That's what I think it would be amazing. I think we saw, and get the director of Mandy to do it, chat. I want Nicolas Cage, Santa Claus, using a goddamn candy cane chainsaw to battle Peter Stormare wearing a Mr. Tingle-esque Zelda elf outfit, chat, also wielding a gingerbread and or candy cane chainsaw, chat. That's what I need in my life. We all need that, chat. Josh, think of the 200 biddies. I'm answering your question right now. Ronnie, Chris, you're a crazy man, but it's cool, though. You like the idea, though. Oh, whisper, Nia Brownie. Hey, Christopher, hey, Juicy guy. Nia Brownie, welcome to the stream. Hard hands. I'm sorry, I got lost in my possible film. But that's what I think would be really cool. Marisha, I just saw you in there. Welcome to the stream. See, I think that would be nice. I think that... Do that action-oriented Santa Claus film. Should make it bloody and gory, and have either Peter Stormare or Nicolas Cage play the roles. You could switch them between each other, chat. Maybe it is face-off. Maybe it really is face-off. Where Nicolas Cage, he's goddamn Santa, chat. But then Peter Stormare's elf does some fucking weird magic and replaces his face on him, so he becomes Santa Claus. And you know all this crazy shit. I would absolutely love it. So make this happen somewhere, studio. I have an idea. I can come up with the concept of the story, and we'll fill in the details later, chat. But that is what I desperately want. That's what I desperately want. But again, Josh, Nia Brownie, I hope you're all doing very well. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Oh, thank you. All right, but hope that answers the question, Chad. That's the one. Nicolas Cage is Santa and Peter Stormare is an evil elf fighting each other in a North Pole, Civil War, Mandy-esque, post-apocalyptic future. That's all I desire. That's all I want in my life right now. I think you can make it work. I absolutely think you can make it work. Hey, Chris, this was for a question for both both and the chat. What was the one movie you were most excited to see but got disappointed in? There's so many. Oh, Last Jedi. More recent one, Last Jedi, I was very disappointed in. The Hobbit movies. The Hobbit movies are up there for me. There's countless films. There's so many. I don't know. I mean, way back in the day, Chad, the first Iron Man was so good, and Iron Man 2 was so disappointing. I remember that one being like, that movie kind of sucked. Yeah, there are others. The thing is, it happens so often. This is like, it was fine. Oh, Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises was disappointing for me. That was a big one. Kimberly, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Predator's a good one, Chris Ayers. Definitely the Predator. I could see that one, yeah. Glee! There goes Mr. Grimm. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Glee, thank you so much for resubscribing. 8 months, 1 month away from front pooping out the Twitch, baby. That's fantastic. Thank you. Ooh, Christmas sun, Mr. Sun. Thank you for the 150 biddies as well. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, Spider-Man 3. That's another good one. Spider-Man 3. Huge disappointment. Totally agree with you. There's a lot of good ones. No, I get you. Yeah, Ace Rock, welcome to the stream. Rebel Reindeer, good to see you. Gangster Squad for you. Kaz Faye, thank you for the 5 biddies. Kaz Faye, welcome to the stream. In case I missed anyone before, welcome. I got lost in my Nicolas Cage, Peter Stormare Christmas Elf Civil War movie. I came up with my at the like 5 minutes ago. But chat, we can now move on to my next question from Josh. Another Christmas-themed question, chat. What is the favorite holiday tradition of yours other than getting swatched? Well, as I said before, chat, it's kind of related to before. I like cooking on Christmas. As I lived on my own, I love to cook, obviously, but I have these, like, special times of the year where I cook something specific, chat. And so for Christmas, I like to cook a good old Christmas ham, chat. I got my ham ready. Going to be cooking it sometime during Christmas Day. I got all that prepared, chat. Got some side dishes I've gotten ready, chat. Got some roasted red potatoes. Have some other things as well. Got some mixed veggies, chat. So I always like to do like a typical, little Christmas ham style meal, chat. And then I use the Christmas ham, chat, also for breakfasts, like for like with side of eggs and stuff. So I even bought some eggs. I know I'm going to use that. I have a good old slice of thick holiday ham, chat, next to some scrambled eggs, which I'll be having in the future. So that one, mac and cheese is going. I was eating a lot of mac and cheese during Thanksgiving, so I didn't do it this time. But that's also another great example. So I love doing that. Obviously the rumbles I said before, that's my big. That is kind of the Christmas cookie that I like to make. I don't really make anything else per se. I mean, I can, but that's always one I just go to because it's a very special occasion. So that's always the big one. Nurse beef. Honestly, no. I do like a good slice of roast beef, a good thick slice of roast beef. I haven't really made that though, honestly. My mother used to make roast beef all the time, like roast beef, mashed potatoes, and gravy and all that. No, that was a big fixture of the Herman household back in the day. I haven't really made it myself. So really, like, my diet mostly consists of, like, I make a lot of chicken, pork chops, and that kind of thing, and the ground turkey, which I use often, the black beans and stuff. But on special occasions like now, it's always the Christmas ham. The roasted red potatoes, chat, the mixed veg, with the carrots and all that kind of stuff, or the broccoli. I like to do the roast carrots and broccoli, chat, in the oven with the onions on it. So the spices and the garlic. It's so good. It's so good, chat. And then Use the ham also for breakfast with like eggs on the side. I always love to do it that way. I need to smoke. Ooh, that sounds good, Ace. I can go for some smoke. I haven't had brisket in a long time. Last time I had brisket was I guess it was during the summer. Yeah, usually I associate like a lot of barbecue like during the June and July and August. Haven't had in a while though. Oh, the crock pot. Steve, good to see you, by the way. Oh, crock pot's great. That's something that I do need. I need a crock pot. That would be very, very convenient. Very, very convenient. My mom made some pork with rice and beans with pasta. Ooh, that sounds delish. That sounds delish, chat. I'm all about that. But that is my go-to holiday meal, chat. Love a good old thick slice of ham. Along with some sides. Yeah. Very good, very good. Happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, chat, Steve. Again, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you for that wonderful greeting. It was very, very kind. Very good. What about the rest of you guys? There's something that you typically like to make during Christmas? Something that appeals to you? Oh, New Year's brisket. Now I can go for. Now you get me all about that New Year's brisket now. Yeah, I might have to get some now. There's a good barbecue place near my apartment. I don't have the facilities to actually make like quality barbecue. I do make chicken wings. I do have chicken wings occasionally. I usually do that at least once a month. It's a like nice little reward for myself. Rice pudding, Thunder Lee, collard greens, and must. Getting Chinese for watching. That's nothing wrong with that. That's a Jewish tradition. That is a Jewish tradition. It's so true. I gotta do some pork shoulder and make some pulled pork sandwich. Oh, that's perfect with the crock pot. Very good, very good, very good. The Edman's is whatever's on the goddamn table. I can go for some pulled pork sandwiches. That'd be good. Sweet potato pie carries over from things. Yeah, true. A lot of food from Thanksgiving carries over to Christmas. You have the turkey as well. You can do the turkey. I came from a Polish household. So, my mother's side was Polish, and German Irish on my father. And we ate, Christmas Eve is a bigger deal, I think, for Polish people than Christmas Day is. And so we would mostly do like our so we wouldn't like open presents Christmas Day. We'd open our presents on like Christmas Eve and shit. That's when we would all do that. And we ate a lot of, it sounds weird, but we ate a lot of smoked fish on Christmas Eve. Because, you know, the whole, we don't fucking eat meat on Christmas Eve. I don't know. For some goddamn reason, I have no idea. Because, I don't know why we didn't eat meat, like typical meat on Christmas Eve. Doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. It's something to do with Catholicism. I don't know, chap. I didn't make any goddamn. I'll eat what the fuck I want to eat, all right? I don't give a shit. But we eat a lot of smoked fish, and which is great because when we have smoked salmon, chat, we have all sorts of other smoked cod, and you think, oh, fish is gross, but no, that's where I got my taste for smoked fish, chat. Like I love lox and bagels and all that shit. You know, good old thick slice of smoked salmon with some cream cheese and chives, chat, and a bagel. That I love that shit. So we ate a lot of that. When I was growing up, chat. Back in Buffalo, New York. So I haven't actually had smoked fish in a while, but I could go for some right now, chat. I might, you know what? I might fucking stop at the grocery store sometime because it's going to be closed tomorrow. I might stop at the grocery store and get myself some smoked fish, chat. That'd be a good time. Ace Rock, Caillou and his mom's family are Brazilian, so they do their whole Christmas celebration. Christmas Eve. Oh, there you go. On my side, we are Irish Catholics, so we always wait till Christmas Day. So it works. No, I get you. That's cool. That very, different traditions. That's cool. Makes it interesting. Christmas Eve is more important than Christmas Day for some. For some cultures. For some cultures, it is. Yeah. Speaking of bagels. Oh, that's right, Vanny. You made some bagels. That's true. On your stream, chat, please do check out Vanisphere streams. He plays the RPGs, the Final Fantasies, chat. At least you're playing some of the spooky survival horror games, chat. So Spoopy, Resident Evil 2. Also does a lot of cooking streams, chat. He'll be making my Polish rumball recipe, making them Polish rumballs, Chad. He sent me a picture before. But also, he just recently made some bagels. Go check that out. Nothing beat a good bagel, see? Yes. Yeah, Austin knows. And Miguel, fuck yeah, fish. Hey, man, it's good. It's good. I do eat a lot of salmon. I try to eat fish at least once a week. I should probably eat it more, honestly. Alex Bernal, welcome to the stream. I'm doing very well, Alex Bernal. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, too. Remember, I'm black in the end. Okay. What is that name, Nia Brownie? Oh, just because your background, I get you. Man, you grew up Mexican also. I remember the smell of tamales. I get that. I'm black at the end. Yeah, that tickled me. Very good. But no, it's an excellent question. But that, oh, and yeah, so yeah, I do a lot of cooking. That was the other question. And I do like a lot of certain Christmas films, chat, certain Christmas specials. So I go to the go-tos, Gremlins, chat. Absolutely love that movie, A Christmas Story. Either have that play on the background, just relaxing, easing myself into a nice slumber, chat, watching these movies, drinking a good guy, a little glass of whiskey or what have you, chat. So I have definitely my Christmas-esque films. Die Hard, of course. Die Hard is a Christmas tradition, chat. No question. Merry Christmas Eve, Mr. Hummaneer. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well today, good sir. Just answering some patron questions right now. It's going well. Going over some of my traditions. What I cook, what I like to watch, what I like to eat, what I like to drink on Christmas. So that's what I'll be doing probably tonight. We're doing 8-Bit Crumbs shit, as you know. And then going over to Corey's place for some Christmas Eve drunken shenanigans chat. So it should be fun. Ronnie, hey Chris, I like to make an Oreo cheesecake. That sounds delish. I love cheesecake. I haven't had cheesecake in so long, Shan. You guys know I love cheesecake. For those of you that don't know, I'm telling you right now, I love cheesecake. Definitely good. I don't really watch Charlie Brown Christmas. Not that I wouldn't. But I haven't watched in a while. But it's a solid special. The last time I watched it was when for Sammy Ain't Seen Shit on when Sam was still with us. Daniel, for being mean, the winner would be him. Daniel, thank you so much. For resubscribing in 2 months. Welcome, Merry Christmas to you, and Happy Holidays as well. Whoa! There goes Mr. Grimm. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. And 5 gifted subs from Daniel as well. Thank you so much for the wonderful gifts. That's so kind of you. It helps out. It significantly helps out. Thank you. Wow-wee-wee. That's a lot of toon polls, which is fine. I have nothing against toon polls, chat. You guys know that. Yeah, the polls. We'll do the polls probably tomorrow. I know that time is of the essence. Hold on. Let me go ahead and I was just watching all the other radio. Oh, Purge canceled Tim. He's a piece of shit. Absolutely, Nia Brony. Absolutely. In chat, I have an audio commentary in full video reaction for all of the other reindeer as well, which you can see on my Patreon chat, available at the $2 level. All bonus commentaries are $2. Please do check that out. Woo! There goes Mr. Grimm. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Thank you again, Daniel, for those wonderful gifted subs. Appreciate that. Congratulations, guys. You are the proudest of fighting once along with ad-free viewing. And Josh, give the 1 bitty. Thank you. When Sam was, not that he died. I was with double toasted, I should say. Not that he's dead. Oh, not that he's dead. Favorite Rankin Bass specials? So many. Year of Out of Santa Claus. Santa Claus Coming to Town. Frosty the Snowman. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. A lot of great ones. The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. But yeah, those are just some of my Christmas holiday traditions that I do around this time of year, chat. I like to make and eat food. I like to watch movies, and I like to drink. But Josh already knew that one. There's another question from Josh. It's a very good one. I gave some thought to this one. This might go on for a while. Plenty of games over the years have fallen by the wayside without getting a sequel or follow up with the fans crave. And many more games get canceled before ever seen shelves. What game we never got that hasn't already been revealed, not Shepard, fair enough, would you most like to find under your tree this year? So games that I always would wish that had sequels, chat. I have a couple. One that I've talked about sure before. Daniel, thank you for the 500 biddies. Wow, you've been so generous today. Thank you. Let me raise my glass to you, Daniel. You have been a swell individual. Thank you. Cheers and salute. May the wings of Luna as a feather. Your shake those heaven as we speak. Thank you. Thank you so much. But to answer your question, I have a couple. I've talked about this one game on stream quite often, Chad. It was a title called Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Came out on Xbox 360 and PS3 back in the day, chat. Created by Ninja Theory. The whole premise is basically you play this character, Monkey, in a dystopian, post-apocalyptic environment, chat, where the machines have taken over. It's kind of like Terminator, except more vibrant, where, the vegetation, the flora and fauna have taken over the world again, and you have these nomadic societies, and Monkey's kind of like a loner, chat. And you go on this adventure, and you meet these, really cool characters, chat. You meet this one girl, Trip, who basically put a a mechanical device on your head that literally enslaves you, and you go on this journey together. You meet some other characters as well, and the game clearly is trying to, like, it's also like forming a romance between these two, even though the circumstances, how they came together, is really fucked up and weird. But I just love that game so much. You had Andy Serkis. He did the mocap and the voice for the main character of Monkey Chat. It's based on the Chinese myth, A Journey to the West. And it's a great myth, in which, China is still making movies about that whole that mythology to this day. But I just love that game, and it ends on a big fucking cliffhanger. It's like, okay, what happens next? And it was one of those last really good mid-tier titles that came out during the 360 and PS3 generation, and those kind of like were phased out when we got to the PS4 and Xbox One. But they're coming back now. But I love that game so much, and I would love a sequel to that. So if that was ever a game that I could see tucked under my Christmas tree, my metaphorical, non-existent Christmas tree, chat, I would love that, because it deserves a sequel. It's such a good game, and with the technology of today now, I think it would be beautiful. I just love the characters. I love the romance relationship that was formed between Monkey and Trip, and how it started off really negatively and got to a very positive place. It's such a beautiful game. I think that is a title that deserves a sequel, chat. I would end it definitively after that one, because I don't know if they're going to get another one after that, but I would love that. I would love it. I have a couple other ones too, chat. Obviously, I would love a Republic Commando sequel, Star Wars Republic Commando, which came out, again, during the Xbox and PS2 generation. It was also on PC, chat. And the idea was it took place during the Clone Wars, where you followed an elite squad of clone troopers, chat. And it was very, very cool. It was surprisingly good, chat. It sold well. It was actually commercially and critically, it did very well. But they never followed up with a sequel, even though it was like rumors for years. I would love if they did a spiritual successor called Imperial Commando, where you follow like a squad of Imperial stormtroopers or experts or whatever, maybe like each with like a specific skill set or equipment set or weapon set. I think that'd be really cool, and set it during somewhere during the original trilogy. I think that'd be awesome, Chad. Maybe see a positive version of how people maybe within the inner core of the galaxy view the Empire. It'll be interesting to see something like that. I would love a spiritual successor, People Commando. Developer who to do that, chat? Give it to Machine Games or id. id, or the makers of Doom, or Machine Games, maker of Wolfenstein. I would like the gameplay to be that very robust single-player campaign, chat. That is what I would love to see. It'd be so goddamn good. There's supposed to be one about how the Commandos started the Rebel. Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, Star Wars 1313, Rackez. That's a good one. Yeah, that's one I think people are anticipating. That was going to be about Boba Fett. Taking place at the 1313 level of Coruscant, chat. Like, they have these subterranean levels. We saw the pretty outside, on the exterior, but inside, chat, that planet goes fucking deep. History, that would have been really cool. And I guess you spend your early years of Boba Fett's career hunting people down there. Would have been interesting. I agree. Another great one. A couple other ones, chat, top of my head. I have, several Telltale games. When, Telltale went defunct and now they're back, but they're kind of in a weird period right now where I guess the next game they're supposed to be working on is The Wolf Among Us Season 2. I love The Wolf Among Us, chat. I've played it on stream. Streaming series is on YouTube, Class in the Glass. I know I'm getting it, but still, if I can get The Wolf Among Us Season 2 right now, yes, give it to me right now. I absolutely love that series. The whole premise takes place in 1980s. You play a sheriff set in New York City, chat, except you're not like a normal sheriff or normal cop. You are the big bad wolf, and you're trying to monitor and corral all these other fairy tale creatures and characters from like killing each other, just trying to live out their lives in secret from the rest of humanity, chat. It's based on the Fables comic book series by, Bill Willingham. I've read some of those, chat. I've read some of those, but you don't need to read any of them to just start playing The Wolf Among Us. It actually acts as a prequel, kind of doing its own history kind of thing. Love that game. Would absolutely adore playing a sequel. I think we'll eventually get it, chat, but it's some time away. Other Telltale, Tales from the Borderlands, chat. What a big surprise. When Telltale announced that they were going to do an adventure game based on Borderlands, I'm like, all right. I mean, I really like Borderlands 2 at this time. I've already come out. I think pre-sequel already come out. I wasn't a big fan of the first Borderlands. Borderlands 2 gave me more of that personality and characters. Handsome Jack, what a great villain. And then Tales of the Borderlands, they gave me what I think the Borderlands series kind of lacked, was a really compelling story. Like, I like Borderlands 2. Jack was the most compelling person about that, but the story itself was fine. It was serviceable. Jack elevated just because he was there, because he was such a great personality, and the voice actor did such a great job. And this one, you play as basically these two characters, like a corporate sleaze and a con woman, who joined forces and go on this adventure together while also dealing with an AI handsome Jack. It was so much fun. It was a video game. It was one of the few games where I laughed out loud while playing. And yeah, some of those characters return in Borderlands 3, but I want a proper sequel. And the game, I don't know, I guess it didn't do very well commercially, critically beloved, but I would love a proper sequel to that to see where these characters are now. I think that'd be great. So that's one definitely, chat. A couple Telltale's Batman. Obviously, we got what I loved about Telltale is that they really played around with the Batman mythology, and this is their version of Batman, chat, where the Batman persona is not Bruce Wayne's. That's not like who Bruce Wayne is. Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne, clearly, and Batman's the mask. Bruce Wayne is who that character really is. And it was so different because we were so used to seeing, chat, like the Batman main series kind of set this up where no, Batman is who Bruce Wayne is always going to be. Like they're like, and Bruce Wayne's the facade, where Bruce kind of is like he has Batman to do all these things, but he still wants to live his life, and I really like that. It was very different. Really cool take on a number of villains, chat. New versions of characters, which I was shocked by. I was legitimately surprised by some twists and turns in the first season. I was like, wow, you haven't done anything with this character for years. It's like, oh, here they are again. And you're like, whoa. I was shocked by it. It was so cool. I even want to tell you. I want to tell you what it is, chat, for those who haven't played it, but really original. The stuff they do with the Joker or John Doe. Very different take on the Joker, chat, which I loved. Harley Quinn, what they did, chat, was really the Riddler. They made a Riddler fucking scary in that game. So great. Have one of the best finales, I think, to any of the Telltale series. But, of a season, especially with Batman and John Doe, or Bruce Wayne and John Doe. I would love to see a proper conclusion, chat. I always felt like it was going to be a trilogy. And if you want to do one more season, love that. I think it'd be cool if they introduced Ra's al Ghul or something, because that feels like kind of like a proper end villain, obviously mixed with the Joker and stuff like that. But I would really love to see the return of Telltale's Batman, because it was so good. Troy Baker was the voice of Bruce Wayne Batman. He had what was the other actors? Laura Bailey as Catwoman. I love what they do with Catwoman. That relationship was really cool. Yeah, love the game, chat. It was, so I'd buy that game during Steam sale. Yeah, no, it's play it, chat. If you've not played some of these Telltale games, Wolf Among Us, Tales of the Borderlands, and Batman, both those seasons, really great. If you want something that plays around with the Batman mythology, that's the one to do, because it works. It's not like, oh, we're going to try this, and it fell flat on its face. No, it actually really works the world they created. And what they did with Penguin 2 was so cool and original. Loved it, chat. Absolutely adored it. And the last game, I had to put a BioWare game in there. Josh knows me so I didn't say Mass Effect, because I'm getting what I want with Mass Effect. But Jade Empire, chat. Jade Empire was a really good Asian-influenced fantasy RPG that came out between Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect. And the whole concept is it basically took from all these different East Asian cultures, chat, Japan, China, Korea, anywhere really, very specific islands, chat, and created this really cool fantasy mythology where he plays this character going on this adventure. You're getting all these companion characters, and it was just so much fun to me. I really liked the combat. I really liked the story they told, and it's kind of looked as, I don't know, it's kind of like the forgotten BioWare game from the 2000s. And I think you could do a spiritual successor. You could do a sequel. And that would be I think that'd be a good step forward for BioWare. It's like, hey, we're going to resurrect this IP that no one's really talking about anymore and surprise people. So you're not always doing Dragon Age or Mass Effect or Anthem. But like something like, oh, I haven't thought about that. Well, you know what? That was a good game. I think that'd be really cool to see a proper sequel or a spiritual successor of that particular title. Underrated. Yeah, the Elite Jade Empire was so great. Exactly. Yeah, it was so good. I really liked it. A lot of people forgot about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. True, Ace Rock. Is there a giant crab? No. That came KOTOR and Mass Effect. And, Obsidian was the one who developed KOTOR 2. Not BioWare. Because I think at the time, because BioWare was working with LucasArts on that game, and LucasArts, okay, we want that game in a year, and BioWare said, no. We can't do that. We can't make a game that fast. And that's when they went to Obsidian. And that was one of the reasons why the game had all those problems, chat. The bugs, the glitches, the fact the story just was incomplete. Is because of the crunch time and the bad development cycle that LucasArts put on Obsidian. Yeah, so yeah, it was not BioWare. They did the first one. And I know a lot of people like swear that they love. I don't know. When I played KOTOR 2, I was kind of disappointed by it. I thought it because there was a lack of content and it felt incomplete at the time. I never really liked any of the characters in that game. But a lot of people swear by it. A lot of people say it's even better than the first KOTOR, which I disagree personally. I haven't played that game in a long time, but to each their own. But I love the original one. I love the original KOTOR. So those are just sums up some off the top of my head. And this is Josh's last question, chat. And it's a good one to end on because he's asking not a question, but have a Merry Christmas and an extra rum ball or 10 for me and the Rabbits. Absolutely, man. No, I will. On Christmas Day, I will do just that. No, Merry Christmas, chat. Happy holidays, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a nice time, a nice evening, relaxing, enjoying, whether you're by yourself or a family. Thank you for being here with me, chat. Cheers and salute. May the wings of liberty as a feather, you shake the pillars of heaven as we speak. Thank you so much. Very good. Very good. Yes, Rumball MacBang. Goddamn, that's what I'm doing. Absolutely. KOTOR is vastly superior in every way than KOTOR 2. Even the fan modded completed KOTOR 2. Yeah, I know they did the fan mods to fix it. Shake them moist holiday pillars. Indeed. No question about it, chat. Now, I don't believe I have any more questions, chat. I don't believe I have any more questions from anyone else. We'll take a minute. Well, we'll take another minute if you guys have any questions for me right now. If you would like to ask one, Ace Rock, Merry Christmas to you, Happy New Year. I'm greatly to have many friends with over the last year and the Juicy community. I feel like I'm home when I'm here. No, listen, that's what I want to do, Ches. As I said, earlier last week, I want to make sure to create a really welcoming and friendly environment, chat. No matter what who you are, race, sexuality, creed, gender, chat. I just want to make sure you guys always feel welcome in here. I know it's impossible to do something where everyone gets along, everyone, has different personalities. Some people might rub each other the wrong way. But I want to try to build a community where, we can have a good time and have fun and continue to talk, have some really passionate discussions. And you guys have made this such an incredible year for me. I made the big choice to pursue this as a full-time career. I want to make this work, chat. There are some things I have to work out and I have to do better, and I'm actively trying to do those things, chat. Just takes time. But you guys have been so patient with me, and I really, truly appreciate it. Steve, thank you for the 600 biddies. Christmas biddies. Pillars are shooketh. The pillars are being shooketh. Thank you, Steve, for the 600 biddies. Thank you so much. But I'm really happy for you guys because you make this worth doing, Chad. Day after day after day after day. I love to come on here and talk with you. Not just playing video games, not just talking about movies, but just interacting with you guys. You guys make this such a wonderful experience, and I want to make sure that it stays that way for everyone here. Thank you, Vanny, for the Timmy's. Huzzah to you, brother. Huzzah, Vanny. Thank you. Cheers. It's all about that unlimited power. Also that, too, of course. Go on, ego trip. Let me go. Question. Do you think the next Battlefront, if there is one, will have a battle pass system similar to COD? Would not be surprised. They all copy each other. Would not be surprised by that. Ace Rock, love to see the channel grow. Inspired me to even start making my own game review videos. That's awesome, Ace Rock. No, yeah, and listen, because I know people have been messaging me about, I want to get into streaming. What equipment do I need? And I gotta make that more accessible for people so I can point to specific things here's what you need to do and everything. But all of you who have been submitting questions and messaging me, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I'll get to all of you when I can. This week in particular has been so busy with the holidays. I've been prepping stuff, preparing things, but as I said before, I'm trying to upload as much content as possible, both here on Twitch, YouTube. I've been building a steady backlog, chat, of things I'm going to start posting very soon. Come the new year, chat. You'll be seeing videos posted on YouTube every single day. I just wanted to create a whole bunch of just stuff that I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Here we go. I don't feel pressured or anything. Same with Patreon, chat. I've built up a whole catalog of stuff I'm going to be posting soon. So you're seeing some of that right now. So for those of you who have been subscribed to my Patreon, seriously, I really do appreciate it. It's just like an alternate source for a type of content that deals with anything that with whether it be movies or cartoon chat, or also how it interacts and interconnects with my other content, whether it be on YouTube and Twitch. Just thank you for being so supportive of that too, chat. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Again, if you want any feedback, if there's something that you feel like needs to be changed or addressed, always feel free to message me through that because I want to hear it. I want to hear it, and sometimes I need to hear it, chat. Yeah, don't be afraid to critique anything either. That's fine. So you gotta change my. Yes, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get Vanny in here. Vanny, did you want to talk briefly on Discord? You said you wanted to do something on Discord briefly right now. Yes. Kaz, I'm so grateful to everyone to have everyone here. Absolutely, Kaz Faye, no question. No question about that. Janelle, do I have faith in the new Mass Effect Shepard Mass Effect game? I do. I got faith. I still believe. Chat, when I think of the next Mass Effect game, I think of the greased up, oily sax man from the Lost Boys. That's what I think of when I think of Mass Effect, chat. That's all I need. I still believe. All right, Van, you know what? I'll go ahead, good sir, and I'll get you in here. Please bear with me. We shall commune. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get you. Just bear with me, chat. Here we go. There we are. Okay. Okay, I've unmuted myself. Vanny, can you hear me? Are we in the same thing? I think I clicked on the waiting room. I just want to make sure I was in there. Oh, I see you. I see you now. Hold on. I'm connecting. Vanny, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Happy to have you here.
Happy to be here. So, so just really briefly, just
sure.
Kind of in line with what you've been kind of talking about and kind of building the community. And of course, we've talked before privately and publicly here on your chat about how much I appreciate everything that you've done.
Thank you.
And the community and getting me back into streaming too, and meeting all of your wonderful community as well too.
Thank you.
And so with that, especially because it is the holidays too, and you've done such great work over the last year, myself, Josh, I'm going to make sure I go through all these, Naya, Chris A's, Austin, hopefully I got everybody here. Remember, we all kind of contributed and pulled some cash together here.
Oh, wow.
And we sent you a few things. So you should be getting one. Yeah. So one of your items, I believe, came in today, according to Josh.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. And the other one is coming in on the 30th, but it's just something that we just want to say happy holidays. Thank you for an awesome year. Thank you for this channel's been absolutely fantastic. And again, this is just something that we just wanted to kind of do for you. So that was it. Just happy holidays. Thank you. And be sure to start checking your mail soon.
Thank you. I will. You know what? The office is closed tomorrow, but on Saturday they open. I was just so busy today. I was running around everywhere. I was doing a couple errands. But first of all, Vanny, thank you so much. Thank you for all your support. That was so kind. Thank you to obviously you, Vanny, to Josh, to Naya, to Osnick, and that was the people that you mentioned. I don't want to miss anybody. Was that the people that you? Chris Ayers. Thank you.
Let me make sure I have the list here I sent to Josh too.
Okay.
So yeah, me, Naya Brownie, Steve contributed to.
Steve, thank you.
Yep, Austin, and Chris Ayers. Like we all chipped in, and yeah, like I said, first thing should be there already according to Josh, and the other one is in transit Wednesday, 12:30, December 30th. At some point, you'll get the other one.
Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. I'll be checking because I know the office is closed on tomorrow for Christmas, but on Saturday I will definitely check. Thank you so much, man. Thank you to everyone for doing that. That is such a kind thing to do. That really means a lot. Thank you. I don't know what else to say, but as I said before, Vanny, Naya, Steve, Josh, Chris Ayers, Osnick, you also make this such a wonderful community. Thank you for all your contributions. Seriously, every time I see you guys, I always lit up a little bit. It's like, oh, they're here. This is great. I just love it. So thank you so much, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you. Thank you.
Yeah, same to you, man. I did say Josh, right?
Yeah, you said Josh. Yep,
okay,
yep,
perfect.
yep,
Perfect. Perfect. Didn't want to leave him out. Yeah, so perfect.
Thank you again, man. Thank you again, and have a great day. We'll talk. We're gonna talk again on Saturday. I want to talk to you and Josh and everyone else. But thank you again, man. Seriously, that was so sweet of you. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. All right. That was me.
There it was, Vanny Chat.
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Wow. That was incredible. Extra emphasis on the Joshua, my baby boy, my sweet baby boy. No, seriously. Happy Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa, of course, chat. No. Thank you so much, guys. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Thank you, guys. Wow. Oh man, I'm almost a little lost for words, chat, which is rare for me. Which is rare for me, chat. Oh, thank you. No, hard hands. Absolutely all the hard hands, chat, all the love. Thank you. Come in, Chris. I got a video. You might laugh or get weird up. back to the weird things. When I laughed out loud till I cried, may I send you the video to react to? Sure. You can say that to me. I will have to get going, though, in a bit, sadly, because I do got to be up in Austin for 8-Bit Crumbs. So I could react to this probably on Friday, if that's a little bit easier, before we do the watch party chat. Before I do the watch party, it might be easier for everybody. Chris, one of your best ever. Chris, you're one of the best ever. Time something bad or something you always give a Mr. Revan. Yay and hype. So I wanted to pay you back for being the best. Austin, thank you so much, and thank you for all your support and being the Discord overlord, my friend. You've been so incredibly supportive since the beginning. So cheers and salute. Again, to Nia Brownie, of course. Thank you for all the support. To Josh, to Steve, to Chris Ayers, and to everybody else. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for everything. You've made this an incredible year. And I'm actively trying to make everything as good as possible. I want to make things better for you guys, make sure the content is better than ever. So let's raise a glass to that one, chat. Thank you for being an incredible, awesome community. And thank you for the overwhelming support, chat. You don't know how much it has helped me, both emotionally, physically even, chat, and in every other capacity. So cheers and salute, guys. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. You're shaking the pillars of heaven as we speak. Cheers and salute to you guys. Thank you. And Ryan Walterson, thank you for the 5 minutes. Busy ass Christmas, so here's the last minute Christmas green. Thank you, Ryan Walterson, for the goodies. Thank you for the 5 minutes. And Raquez, thank you, 10 minutes. What will you guys be talking about? 8-Bit Crumbs. Couple of things, talking about that stuff with the that copyright. That illegal streaming and copyright issue that's been kind of forced into the COVID stimulus bill. Some more stuff in regards to Halo Infinite, some CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077 news. What else we talk about? The creator of Silent Hill and his new game and kind of what the genre is going to be. Talking about a few other things too with Kevin Spacey's chat. Kevin Spacey released another video. He's got another video on the docket chat, so we'll be reacting to that one, so that should be very fun. Should be a good time. Oh, thank you. But now, chat. Now, you never walk alone. Thank you, Ace Rock. Thank you. I do owe you guys a song, which I promptly did not listen to before. I was so busy before. Bad Shields, thank you for the 15 biddies. Thank you for meeting. Absolutely, Bad Shields. No, listen, it was a pleasure meeting you, man. Pleasure to have you here. Of course, of course. Oh, I owe you 2 songs. I'll try to do these 2 songs at the best of my ability. Let me go ahead and last this whiskey chat. Give myself some liquid courage. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do, chat. House cards never ended for Spacey. Never did. Drunk sing-along, chat. Let's go.